Boss Up 10 Traits One Must Have to Reach Self-Actualization. Written by Bryan Humphrey. Narrated by Bryan Humphrey. Chapter 1. Faith. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. It feels like the best things worth having are the things we had no earthly idea of how to get it once we started going after it. We are humans, so of course we want to be sure of everything. However, the beauty of life comes from the unknown. It comes from the setbacks, challenges, downfalls, bad decisions, and crazy sacrifices. I remember when I left working my state job in May 2017, my coworkers at the time was like, "Bryan, you're actually leaving? Like, why?" One of my coworkers at the time asked me, "So how are you going to do it? Like, find a job before you run out your savings?" I remember when I left a job, it took me 5 months to find another one. I looked at him dead in his face and I said, "I know my value and I'll be just fine." I know individuals that will go to church every Sunday, but when something happens in their life where they don't seem to be in control of it, they go ballistic. They start questioning God like, why? Why me? Having real faith begins with trust. So why did I leave a job making right under $60,000 salary with 401k, retirement, and health insurance with nothing lined up? It was nothing but faith. Faith is having the confidence that you're going to get through the situation that you're in without knowing when a blessing is coming, when your blessing is coming. The funny thing was that one day I had a job interview and the lady interviewing me stated, "You left your job without no job security? Why would you do something like that?" I looked at her dead in her face and I said, "I know my value. I know my worth." Pretty much the same thing I said to my former coworker. The reason why I left working for the state was because I wanted to start working on my dreams and personal goals more intensely. The job I had working for the state was emotionally draining me and had almost changed my beliefs about life. So what actually happened? Did I prevail overall? Or did I fail like most people expected me to do so? In short, I ended up starting a job exactly 1 month after I left working for the state that matched my resume completely. The flexibility of the job and the organization's purpose was another reason why I took it. Of course, sacrifices had to be made, like extra paperwork, working on weekends, clients canceling and rescheduling, visits, but by the grace of God, I was put in position to go after what I truly wanted in life. Even though the job paid less than the state, I was now given the opportunity to start investing in myself and living out my true purpose on a serious basis. It was now time to boss up. Faith is such a beautiful concept of life. Faith is not just a noun. I believe faith is a verb. When you act on your faith consistently, it literally changes the whole ballgame. When faith is talked about, it isn't a subject for church, just a subject for church-going individuals. This is a subject that every single person on this earth can learn from. Faith allows you to attack challenging situations without breaking down mentally. Have you ever heard someone say, "This isn't going to work out," or "We are not going to get anywhere with this"? If you have, you know how ugly it sounds when people say it. As soon as you hear someone saying something like this, just remove yourself from the situation because negativity will be transcended to you subconsciously. Some individuals do not have much faith, like at all. It is ridiculous. Then they have the nerve to call people that are living well lucky, arrogant, selfish, and all types of crazy stuff. However, the real thing is you do have to be a little crazy to remain faithful. Faithful over few and ruler of all. But what does this really mean? I was in school from age 4 to age 25 and ended up being the first person in my family to achieve a master's degree. However, you really think I was just doing this for myself? You think I went through 7 years of college nonstop just for my own personal growth? You're sadly mistaken.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?